Nice day. Hey, you know what might make it even better? Some music. Yeah, go get your Bluetooth speaker, why don't you? I'll wait. What the f*** is that? You call that a Bluetooth speaker? Not even close. Let's check out you from a parallel universe bringing out what I think a Bluetooth speaker should be. Okay?
Movies, music. Hello and welcome, everyone in YouTube land. My name is Elon Osborne and I like to talk about movies, audio, and music. And today I'll be reviewing the gigantically ginormous Gen 3 Bluetooth speaker from Soundbox. But one thing that might interest some of you, if we hop online real quick, we can see that they don't have a lot of variety to offer on their website. There's the Gen 3 and Gen 2 speakers available for purchase, a performers pack that comes with a microphone, an elevation pack that comes with a stand so you can put it up like a PA speaker, different grill colors to buy, although technically you can paint it any color you want, which I'll get into later, a backpack so you can designate one of your friends on a day hike to be the music pack mule, and all the many accessories that can be purchased individually. But that's it. They're not stretched thin with products to offer, which can cause the quality to suffer a bit with some companies. They're just like, this is what we do, and we do it well, so this is all you get. Simple. And I like that kind of business model. Anywho, now you might be wondering, what's in the box? Or should I say, box. Here is the box. I will now open the box. Start adventure here. Just one question. Where should we go first? Nice. Inside we have an envelope and more little boxes. Break through the noise. Whoops. Inside the envelope we have stuff. A pamphlet, user's manual, and a sticker. What fell down was an Allen wrench. Neat. Inside little box number 1 is a battery, and inside box number 2 is a charger. This box is empty, so it's just for added protection during shipping. And now, all we need to do is carefully remove the speaker from the box. iCat, ByCat, remove the plastic, and voila! A speaker! I alluded to this before, but as you can see here inside the pamphlet, you can paint the grill any color you want. Just take the provided Allen wrench and remove the screws that keep the grill on, like so. Remove the logo like so, and get creative with it. The sky's the limit, my friends. Setup. Even though the battery does come half charged out of the box, it is suggested to charge the battery fully before using it. So we'll do just that by removing the battery and charger from the boxes, plug in the charger into the battery. It took a couple hours, but I knew it was finished when the lights stopped blinking. Then you just push it gently into place like so and plug in the DC cable into the DC port on the inside. You can also have the charger plugged into the battery while it's in the speaker, or you can just power the speaker straight from the charger if you'd like. With the Gen 3 in particular, I would suggest downloading the app next, since it will need to perform some updates out of the box that take about 20 to 30 minutes. So getting that over with at the start is better. The instructions are easy to follow and it will prompt you with certain tasks during the update.
Note.
When performing the initial update with the app, just plug the battery into the speaker. There's a point at which it asks you to remove the battery, then plug it back in, and instead of putting the battery back in, I just plugged the charger in instead. And eventually it came to a point where the update couldn't continue until I plugged the battery back in. So learn from my mistake and just use the battery during the update. Forget about the charger. So once that's done, you're good to go.
Specs.
The speaker itself is 26.2 inches high, 18 inches wide, and 12.6 inches deep, and weighs 33 pounds. Frequency response is 40 Hz to 20 kHz, which is great for some big bass extension. It can reach a max volume of 126 decibels, with the battery life lasting 40 hours at half volume and 5 hours at max volume. It connects to your phone wirelessly via Bluetooth 5.0. On the back, there are two XLR/TRS combo sockets, so you can be that guy at the park with your electric acoustic guitar, or you can plug in your DJ mixer for a raging party, plug in a microphone to practice karaoke, or even your stand-up routine. I mean, just take the words, "What do you want?" And there are so many emotions, so many intensity levels associated with that phrase, right? You're standing in line at Starbucks and you ask your friend right next to you, "Hey, what do you want?" You're talking to your 5-year-old daughter who's on the ground crying about the socks that don't fit just right. "What do you want?" Or that really annoying person that comes up to you at work, "What do you want?" Now, you just add 2 words to the end of that phrase. From me. What do you want from me? There's only one intensity level associated with that. Never, ever, ever are you going to hear somebody say, "Hey, what do you want from me?" No, it's always, "What do you want from me?" The back also has a 3.5mm input to connect a phone with a wire and a 3.5mm output to connect an older generation soundbox speaker. This speaker is equipped with SCA technology, meaning you can connect up to 5 soundbox speakers wirelessly for a killer pool party. The soundbox is not waterproof, yet the internal components are coated to comply with an IP65 rating, so it is water resistant to a degree. It's also designed to withstand temperatures between 14 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and elements such as rain, sand, or the occasional beer spill. The app is pretty cool. Nice clean look to it. If you go into the settings, then Bluetooth, you can toggle the auto connect feature, as well as set a PIN code for added security. SCA Pro mode reduces the latency between soundbox speakers, although it does limit your connected speaker count to 2 instead of 5 and reduces your range by 30%. Pro Panel defaults to a mixer that brings up some EQ settings you can customize for each channel 1 or channel 2 input. Mic automatically applies a bass roll-off so your voice isn't so boomy. Also, you have to have the app in order to change the input gain on the mic, so be aware of that. Guitar or active instrument follow the same, being able to customize EQ and input gain. Back to the main menu, going into sound allows you to choose some presets such as power, bass plus, indoor, and it gives you a description of each. Here, you can designate a speaker as left, right, or mono, depending on if you have more than one connected via SCA. And EQ lets you customize the EQ for the system as a whole. You can also access My Devices, account info, privacy settings, sign out, and delete the account altogether. How do they sound? I mean, they say it's the loudest Bluetooth performance speaker on their website, and I would have to agree. I have a large backyard and I walked to the very back of my property and it could still be clearly heard. And what's great about its design is that it's meant to be like a PA speaker, right? So it's far field. The closer I got to it, sure, it got louder, but it wasn't ear splitting. And yet the further away I got, it didn't get much quieter either. So it's designed to throw that sound large distances without losing much fidelity. Sure, you could get some comb filtering when you're off axis from it, but that's to be expected with a single speaker. I wish I could have tested out a pair of these to see how the stereo imaging sounded. It defaults to the power sound preset, and I thought the bass was a little too boomy for my taste. So of course, bass plus was even more so. Yikes. But at least I could adjust the EQ to my own liking, so that was a huge plus. Also, when you turn on the unit, there is quite a bit of a hiss. So it does kind of have a lot of self noise that is introduced. Although you could say the same for a lot of PA speakers out there. Because they're far field and because they can throw it so far and because they're just meant to play music loud for a long time, they just typically have a higher noise floor than other speakers. Now, since this is a loaner unit that I got from Soundbox, I didn't really do any stress tests on it, but it does seem to be built like a tank. And on top of that, I do appreciate the fact that it's got these rubber balls on the corners so it doesn't actually touch the ground itself. So the level of protection we have here is great. But for what it's worth, this does exactly what it advertises. It connects to my phone easily, it's loud as hell, and can easily connect to a number of other musical instruments or pro audio gear to make it an extremely versatile, powerful, and portable speaker that lasts a long time on a single battery charge. This might be the perfect speaker or set of speakers for a wedding DJ, since I know sometimes getting power out to your setup can be tricky. In a pinch, say if there was a power outage, a wedding DJ could get away with connecting 2 of these speakers and starting a playlist on Spotify. Crisis averted. Bottom line is, this might be the PA speaker you've been dreaming about that is keeping up with these modern times with everything streaming and running off Bluetooth. Because most Bluetooth speaker options are for the casual listener or they're just really small. So if you need some big sound for your next wedding gig or want to dominate the music selection at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco, you know what I mean, then look no further than Soundbox. That's with a KS, not an X.
And there you have it.
Thank you for joining me on this review of the Soundbox Gen 3 Bluetooth performance speaker. Is this on your wish list for your next pool party or fight with your neighbors? Let me know in the comments below. As always, please be kind to each other out there. Don't just watch TV and movies, experience them. And of course, always be listening.